test. 1, 2, 3. Mic test. Mic test. 2, 3, 4. Mic test. Mic test. 1, 2. Mic test. 1, 2. Mic test 4, 5. Mic test 4, 5.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2022 International Ice Hockey Blind Hockey Series here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Team Canada versus the United States Blind Hockey Team. They're just getting set for warm-ups here, and we welcome you all to the broadcast. My name is Ian Essling. I'm the General Manager of the U.S. Blind Hockey Team, and I'm joined here by Matt Morrow, the Executive Director of Blind Hockey in Canada. Matt, how are you today?
I'm doing great, Ian. Thanks for having us down here. What a wonderful event.
Yeah, we are very excited to have the teams back on the ice after a bit of a hiatus. The last time these two teams played was in 2019, so it's absolutely tremendous to see them both back here and ready to play.
It's hard to believe that it's been almost 3 calendar years since Canada and USA had a chance to get on the ice together to compete in the International Blind Ice Hockey Series. Over that time, there's been quite a bit of a roster change on both sides, and I personally am really excited to see what happens here.
Yeah, it's been great to see just the new players coming in and all the different names that we're seeing on that roster. So we are excited to get this started. A few housekeeping notes for those of you joining the broadcast. So tonight, Team Canada will be wearing yellow. They will be on the right side of your screen. And the United States team wearing blue. They will be on the left side of your screen. A couple of adaptive rules to talk through as well if you're not familiar with blind hockey or first time watching it. If so, welcome. And if not, if you're coming back to blind hockey, we just want to remind you of what those rules are. So Matt, if you want to talk through a little bit what those adaptive rules look like for the sport of blind hockey.
Absolutely. So the first thing to understand if you're new to this parasport of blind ice hockey is that it's incredibly similar to traditional ice hockey. We've made as few modifications and adaptations as possible while still allowing players who are blind or partially sighted to fully compete in the sport of ice hockey. The biggest difference is obviously the players, who are all blind or visually impaired. We use the International Blind Sports Classification System. You'll notice players that wear black helmets. That means they have approximately 10% vision or less. You'll notice players wearing white helmets. That means they have approximately 5% vision or less. And you'll notice players wearing a red helmet. That means they have no functional vision at all and are classified as a B1. The goaltenders, by rule, are all classified as B1, completely blind, and wear blindfolds to ensure a truly even playing field. The reason for the different colored helmets is we have a point system in effect. We want the teams to have approximately the same amount of vision on the ice at all times. So you're only allowed 14 points in play, which would normally be constituted by 3 black helmets, 2 white helmets, and a goaltender, or 4 black helmets, 1 red helmet, and a goaltender. In addition to the different levels of vision and helmet colors, we have some different equipment. I'm sure you can hear it on the broadcast, but our puck is much larger than a traditional puck, and it makes noise. So our puck is made out of steel. It is 5.5 inches across, 1 3/4 inches high, and it's filled with 8 ball bearings. Additionally, as our goaltenders are completely blind and the puck doesn't make any noise when it's in the air, our nets are 1 foot shorter than a traditional hockey net. So a traditional NHL hockey net would be 4 feet high, while ours are 3 feet. Finally, we've got the crease rules regarding the goaltender. As the puck does not make the noise while perfectly still, once the goalie's made a save, as long as it remains in the blue paint, the puck is frozen and the goalie does not need to cover the puck. The biggest adaptation to the sport is the pass rule. In order to give the goaltenders and low vision players the best chance to hear the puck, we have a one-pass rule. Once the attacking team crosses the offensive blue line, they are required to make one pass prior to being eligible to shoot on net and prior to being eligible to score. The referee will blow a distinct, high-pitched electronic whistle, which will signal to the viewer, the crowd, and most importantly, the players, that a pass has been made and to expect a shot on net. Other than that, it's the same fast-paced game of ice hockey that we all know and love. And I think these teams are looking really good and primed to put on a great showcase for us this evening in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Matt. Really appreciate the walkthrough of those rules, and we'll make sure to bring those up too as we go through the broadcast. If there's something interesting that happens, that we want to mention it. So right now, we are going to get ready to finish off this warm-up, and then players are going to be lining up for their player introductions, national anthems, and the ceremonial puck drop. So stay with us.
And we're coming to the end of warm-up with about 9 seconds of time before we're going to do the opening ceremonies and the national anthems of the two countries.
Coaches are given their final advice and strategy before the game starts here. You can see there Team Canada, and pan over and take a look at the U.S. team doing the same thing, getting those last-minute instructions before we get out here and get this game started. pregame ceremonies are complete. The ceremonial puck has been dropped, and all that's left is to get this game underway. If that doesn't get you fired up for hockey, I don't know what will. We will be getting started in just a moment here.
And for those on the broadcast unable to hear, that was the CEO of Turnstone dropping the ceremonial puck. Turnstone are hosts this weekend in Fort Wayne, Indiana, for the 2022 International Blind Ice Hockey Series featuring Canada versus the United States.
We are getting ready to go here, ladies and gentlemen, as the goalies are getting brought to their nets. Starting lines out on the ice. Looks like Doug Goyce is going to be starting in goal tonight for the United States. And looks like 31, so Oliver Pye for Canada starting in goal. Starting line for the United States here looks like Blake Stanica, Anthony Ashba, Luke Miller, and Tim Kane and Kevin Brown on defense. I'll get you the starting line for Canada here in a moment. See Chad Mizuraka is out there. Refs checking to see if goalies are ready. Looks like they are, and we are ready to get this started. That puck is dropped, immediately picked up by the U.S. That is Luke Miller, passes it back to Kane. Now Kane sends it up the ice. It's at center ice. Steinica has it. He will cross the blue line, looks, and that's going to be offsides? Yep, offsides.
And sometimes, right off the bat, the adrenaline gets to your legs, and you take it one step past where you should be, and that's why we have our first offside of the game. For those watching, we're still trying to figure out our mic levels here in our broadcast booth, but thank you for the feedback as the play gets underway into the Team Canada corner.
That puck is now picked up. The pass is made by the U.S. That pass goes right in front of the goal. That now goes to goalie left. Canada picks it up there. That puck is then cleared back out. It's going to be picked up here by Tim Kane for the U.S. He skates with it up towards center ice. Now he loses the puck there in a battle with Serbu on the board. Now Serbu goes for a change. That puck is sent on in. Sent on in, but that's not going to be a goal because that's going to be no pass, a shot from center ice.
I believe that was Tim Kane just trying to drag the puck down to get an icing, and some of the newer fans that may not be familiar with the pass rule not realizing that, of course, does not count. So that just becomes a face-off in the neutral zone outside of the Team Canada blue line.
A couple of changes here. I think we're trying to get a line on who's taking the face-off here.
And the referees have decided to move the face-off to center. I think that that makes sense given the confusion of the unusual play.
Yeah, that does make sense. I think that puck probably came from beyond the center line, so it makes sense if they bring the face-off out here.
And we're hearing that the sound is great now and that the commentators are even. So thank you very much for your feedback and helping make our broadcast even better. Nice to see that so many people have tuned in to watch the parasport of blind ice hockey played at the highest level.
Face-off now taken by U.S., but immediately grabbed by Canada. And then the U.S. stick comes in there. That is picked off again. Now that's Juha. He has it for Canada.
That puck is now brought down into the U.S. zone. Yuha has it, but he's harassed there by Mitchell. Now Mitchell is fighting along the boards with Hache. That is a pass whistle for Canada. They've got the puck right in front of the net, but Yuha cannot get clear. He's fighting there with Max Scheer. Scheer fights him hard down into the net. Now that Yuha is back now towards center ice. Yuha goes down. That might be a penalty, and it is.
We got our first penalty of the game. Yuha with that nifty little switchback. And the American player whose number is tucked up under his jersey got the stick into the skates, and I think we're going to have a tripping call.
Yep, that's going to be Max Scheer for the U.S. taking that penalty for tripping. So he will sit down for 2 minutes.
Max Scheer, one of the youngest players on the ice, making his debut for Team USA. The last time we saw him, when these two teams played in 2019, he was participating in the Open Division. So nice to see that even though we haven't been able to play over the last 2 seasons, Canada versus USA, the players on both sides have continued to develop, and USA Hockey, USA Blind Hockey, with an injection of youth into their roster.
Yeah, definitely. Well said, Matt. We've definitely got some new players on the team this year, and it's good to see them there. Although sometimes that youthful exuberance leads to quick penalties. That face-off now goes to Yuha. It's picked up by Canada. They make the pass. They've got the whistle. They're going to circle here. That puck will then come back to Yuha. He's going to come down into the face-off. That takes a big shot. That hit a stick of Adam Young in front of the goal. Does not get through. Now picked up by Brock Kitterman. He sends it up, but Canada keeps it in. They take another shot. That goes high above the goalie's head. It rings around onto goalie right side. That's fought for there by Fournazier. Now it comes back to Yuha. He takes another shot, and that one goes high off the goalie, now to goalie's left. Canada still has it. That's Mesoraca has it on the far side. Now U.S. defender gets in there. That's Mitchell. He pushes it out. That puck is clear. So good clear there for the U.S. 1 minute 16 to go on the penalty. 13 minutes to go in the period. Now Kane gets that puck and kicks it back over across the center ice. Some changes here for the U.S. They only have a couple of men on. There we go. They got their men on the ice they need. Okay. Now that puck is pushed back into the Canada zone, and the U.S. will go for another change. Did a pretty good job wasting time here on this penalty kill. It's picked up by Yuha now in the Canada zone. He's going to move it up. U.S. has got their 4 players back on the ice. Now Yuha sends it up. That puck is now grabbed by Steinecker right at the blue line. He pushes it back toward Canada territory. Kicked back along by Francois Beauregard. Now it's back at center ice. Canada still with possession. Now U.S. has possession. Now Mesoraca has it down in the U.S. zone, but he's got nobody with him. Now he does. They've got a stick behind him. That's Yuha again. Trying to get some action here. Yuha still has the whistle. He's got the puck. Looking for a lane, not finding it. Gets together with his own teammate Mesoraca there. Now Luke Miller gets a good stick in there and pushes that puck outside the zone. Great stick there by Luke Miller in between the legs of Chad Mesoraca. He's now down in the Canada zone. But no help there as U.S. makes a change. Miller wastes some time. 9 seconds to go on the power play. Now Miller will come for a change. That puck goes around to Canada. They've come up the ice. They've got numbers right here. They come across into U.S. territory. That's Simone Richard with Yuha. Now Beauregard has it. It's back across. That penalty is killed, and now we have a whistle.
Wow, what a penalty kill. So first it was all Team Canada, series of rapid shots, but they were all from a perimeter, and they were going high and wide on these 3-foot nets. And then USA really got some momentum there, first with Tim Kane poking the puck and sending it all the way down to kill some time, and then his teammates helping him out as well. So excellent job by USA on the first kill of the evening. Back to 5-on-5 play with a face-off about to take place deep in the USA zone.
Yeah, like you said, we had good plays by both teams there, because Canada kept a lot of pressure, but the U.S. got the right sticks in at the right time and kept that puck out of the net. Face-off coming here, we taken by Ashba and Mesoraca. That face-off will go to the U.S. for a second, and yep, they'll keep it. Now a good stick there by Heaslip. He keeps the puck in, but Ashba grabs it. He tries to send it out. He gets together with the Canadian player there. That is Hache, but now Tim Kane has it at center ice. He's going to come down. He's got Ashba with him. He's got Steinecker over on the wing. Tim Kane has it now behind the net. He looks for the pass, just misses it. No, he gets the pass. He does get the pass whistle. But that puck is going to just be kicked back out.
We got way too many American players on the ice.
Yep.
Should be a too many men. I think they're going to get away with it, though.
There we go.
They sure do. Now they don't have enough players. Getting organized here early in the game. Canada with the puck deep in their zone. It's Alec Angus McKechnie breaking it out of his own zone. But Team USA grabs the puck and they're going right back in.
And now Dirk Morgan has it. He is down into the Canada zone. He's got Kitterman there with him. We've got another whistle here. Looks like a penalty.
Yeah, this is early in the series, and again, these teams don't get together very often, right? The last time Team USA would have played together would have been 2019, and then at their summer selection camp, and then same with Canada here at their summer selection camp. So early on, they're still working out some bugs and some line changes, and sometimes you just get away with one.
That is very true. That is very true. So it looks like that 97 for Canada, Alex Angus McKecken, is going to have a penalty here, so U.S. will get their chance at a power play.
Holding the call on Alex Angus McKecken when he pinned the player up against the boards.
Face off there in the Canada zone, goes to Canada for a moment, but now it's back to the U.S. They've got the pass whistle. Kane looking to take a big shot, but he hits a defender right in front of the net. That is Francois Beauregard. He blocks the shot. Now Kane has it again. He's at the point, takes another shot on net, but it goes wide. Picked up behind the net. The net might be dislodged here.
Net's off the moorings. Net's off the moorings. They're calling a face-off.
Okay. Face-off in the Canada zone.
One of the things with the totally blind goaltenders is that they use the nets as tactile markers to know where they are on the ice. And, of course, occasionally that results in a net being pushed off, especially our nets that are 1 foot shorter and therefore quite a bit lighter than your traditional net. So I think we're going to have a bit of a break here as the referees use the old water bottle trick and see if they can't get the post to freeze a little bit. There's 10.5 minutes left in the first period, and Canada is killing a penalty with 1:41 left in the holding minor to number 97, Alex Angus McKecken.
And folks, bear with us a little bit on the clock. We're having a couple issues keeping it synced up here, but we'll do the best we can. We are on it now, so 10:26 is the amount of time actually left, or 10:25. So it may be a little bit off sync, but we'll try to keep you posted on where we're at. So 1:41 to go in this power play when we resume play here.
It's funny, it always happens to be one end of the rink. When I was talking to the organizers earlier and reminding the referees, they said that the dressing room side net was staying in place, but it was the Zamboni side net that was giving them problems earlier in the other divisions. And lo and behold, here we are with our first major stoppage, trying to get the net. Speaking of the other divisions, this is not just the International Blind Ice Hockey Series, but the USA Hockey Blind Hockey Classic, which has, of course, been going on since 2014. So we welcome all the players from all the other divisions that are tuning in, and we're about to drop the puck as Canada resumes their penalty kill and USA their power play.
And that puck will go off to Canada. They have it behind the net. Now U.S. has it behind the net. I hear a pass whistle. They've got it. Now Kane has the puck. He looks to take a shot, and that is in! Big shot from Tim Kane at the point, and the U.S. team will cash in on that power play.
What an absolutely beautiful shot by Tim Kane from the point. He showed poise and patience. He had a Canadian defender in his shooting lane. He hesitated, moved to the side, and he ripped it in that short side top corner. What an incredible shot to get Team USA on the board and give them their first lead of the tournament.
Yeah, really a great setup, like you said. He was up top point and just had that patience to not take that shot too soon. So 1-0 USA here with 10:13 to go in the first period, and we'll have a face-off now at center ice. That face-off will go down into U.S. territory. That's Adam Young fighting for it with Mesoraca. Mesoraca gets behind him, though. He has the puck. He's looking for a teammate to pass it to. He did not get a clean pass there, so that pass is still looking for a whistle. Now it's going to be cleared out of the zone. That is now back to center ice, but Canada will pick it up again. They're going to regroup at center ice. Now Tim Kane gets a stick in there. He pushes that back to center ice. Now back to Canada. Now back into the U.S. zone. Kane chases it down. Mesoraca in pursuit of him. They will ring around behind the U.S. net, and that puck goes off a player on the far boards here. Now Mesoraca has it. Now Kane will pick it back out again, so Canada will have to regroup, probably go for a change here. Butterfield has it there, looking for it at center ice. Full changes for the U.S. team. Now Canada will bring it down. They've got 2 players here, now 3. They've got the whistle. That's Provin. She takes a shot, but it goes wide to the goalie's left. It's going to be picked up now in the corner by Charlie Mitchell for the U.S. Now grabbed by Callion for the U.S. He will push it forward, but that pass gets picked off. Now Canada still has it. Simon Richard, he'll take a shot, and that goes in.
Whoa, what a goal by Simon Richard. There's some great work by Amanda Provin, who's making her debut in the Canada sweater, keeping the puck in. Jason Yuha, as usual, flying around the zone. And then Simon Richard from Dieppe, New Brunswick, getting it done. Coming to the inside of the top of the circle and sniping it top shelf on Doug Goist. Neither of these goaltenders had a chance in these first 2 goals. Shot from a distance, high in the air. Puck doesn't make any noise in the air, but you know what? When you go bar down, that's a noise a goaltender doesn't want to hear behind them. And we got a 1-1 game, 9:03 left in the first.
And that puck is now face off the center ice, picked up by Canada. It comes down into the U.S. zone. Still with Canada, that's Yuha. He's got the puck, looks in front of the net. He gets the pass, and Hachey just could not get that puck into the net, right in front of the net. He was trying to get it settled down on his stick. Now Yuha has it again. He circles around top of the point, stops, starts, comes again, comes through the U.S. defenseman. He runs right into Callion, right in front of the net. Now Yuha is surrounded by blue sweaters, loses the puck, now picked up by Mitchell. Mitchell's across center ice for the U.S. He's going to come down. Now the two U.S. players get together there. That's Mitchell and Shear. A couple of players are now down in a little huddle there by the Canada bench. Now the puck is loose. It's in front of the net, in front of the Canada net. Canada has it though. They're going to send it back out, and the puck is clear back to center ice. But picked up again by Kane. Now Kane sends it in. That puck will go down into Canada's zone. Picked up by Beauregard. That's behind the net now. Canada has it. U.S. will make a change. That puck is back to center ice, and now that is Garza and now Kane for the U.S. They have the puck, so Kane will send it now from the U.S. zone. He's got Kitterman at center ice, but Kitterman has got all a bunch of yellow sweaters around him. Nothing to be had there. Now picked up again by Yuha. He's going to come back to center ice, but he is hassled there by Morgan, and Morgan will push that puck into the Canada zone. Now picked up again at center ice, and there's going to be a whistle here.
We're getting a penalty, and I believe I heard veteran official Brad Racelesberger. Yep, he's calling it against Team Canada. That's Chaz Mizaraka going for a trip. You know, I saw a pretty good play I want to point out. We got another U.S. rookie, Nicholas Kellyan. We had Jason Yuha dancing all around the zone, and nobody could stop him, and Kellyan got in his way and stopped him right in his tracks, and that's what the U.S. is going to have to do against containing the high-scoring threat of Jason Yuha.
Yeah, for sure. That was a great play by Kellyan right in the middle of that defense to just kind of stand in his way and say, you're not getting through. This face-off will now be in the Canada zone, picked up behind the net by Kitterman, but he's going to be hit there by Butterfield, and he's going to lose possession. Now it is stopped, though, by Clank. Clank will take a big shot from the point, and that is soaked up and saved.
And no pass. Didn't realize that he wasn't eligible to take a shot, so right away the official signals that's coming outside. Great save by Oliver Pye, but even if that had scored, that one wasn't going to count. Of course, USA got on the board on their first power play attempt, and here we are on their second power play, so let's see what they can do with it with 1:47 left in the power play.
Faceoff will now be into the Canada zone, picked up by Kitterman. He looks for Shear, can't find him, no clean pass. Now the puck will go back into the Canada corner. That comes back out of the zone now, good clear by Canada. Garza will hunt that puck down, he grabs it. Now he's going to make a turn, look for a teammate up the ice. He finds him in Shear, but that pass goes just wide of Shear, now picked up by Canada on their side of the ice, and they will chip it down into the U.S. zone. Waste some time there, Garza picks it up back behind the U.S. net. But Richard is there. Richard steals that puck from Garza behind the net. He's got no support there. Now he's got Provin right by the net. He's looking for a pass. That's Richard to Provin. He's got it. She tries to take a shot, but Shear is right there. And Shear gets together with Ashba. Two U.S. players get together right there, but they did get the puck out and stop that danger. That was a really dangerous play there with Provin and Richard. Now Ashba picks it up. He takes it down into the Canada zone. Down here, he's got no support. He's waiting for U.S. to make a change. He'll lose possession with a pass there. Now Canada has it in their own zone. They will bring that puck up to center ice. It's stopped there a bit by Kellyan. Now he grabs it again. We'll move up from the U.S. zone. U.S. looking to group here. He comes across the blue line into Canada territory. Kellyan still with the puck. Now he sends it back to Kane along the boards, but not a clean pass. That looks like Hachey got in the way there. The puck is down to Mitchell. He sends it up to Kane. Now we got the pass. Kane will take another big shot. That goes off Oliver Pye's pads. Did he save it?
Kane with a shot from the exact same spot he scored on. You get the first one, why not go again? And I think he'll want that back. He didn't quite get enough of it with that heavier blind hockey puck. He shot it along the ice, and Pye was able to stick out his pad versus the last one where he went absolutely top shelf and threw it in. So the faceoff's going to be deep in the Canada zone with 23 seconds left in their second minor penalty of the game.
And Canada gets their fourth player on the ice, I should say, and now they're good to go. Now that pass goes to Kane. They immediately get the pass whistle. Now it's back behind the net, and that is U.S. carrying it on. And we've got a whistle.
I think he tried a wraparound attempt. There must have been no pass as the play is coming outside of the zone.
Yeah,
so
interesting there.
referee Brad Rathlisberger signaled immediately that was coming outside. So, of course, in blind hockey, to clarify for our new viewers, once you gain the offensive blue line, you are required to make one pass to a teammate prior to being eligible to score. And if you shoot on net, whether it scores or not, the faceoff has to happen immediately and come outside for a delay of game.
Face-off now in the Canada zone. They pick it up behind their own net. They've got the puck with speed coming up. Luke Miller tries to pull that puck, but Canada will keep it. They want to bring it down into the zone. That's Richard again. Richard's got support. He's got Mizuraka and Fornazier here. But he is hassled along the U.S. bench, right along the wall. That puck now goes to Miller. Miller has it for U.S. He's got it right in front of the net. Turns it over. That is a pass. That is a pass. So he has an illegal shot on goal here. Richard has it. They're looking for some help. He shoots it again. Big block by Callion. Richard will have it yet again, but now Ashby hassles him along the boards. That's
good D here by number 19, Anthony Ashbaugh, making his debut with the team as the puck gets sent way down into the Canada zone.
Yeah, some good plays by him in his first game with the U.S. against Canada. Now Canada has another rush. They're going to bring it down into the zone. That's Mizuraka. He looks for and finds a pass with Fornazier. Now Mizuraka comes around the other side of the net. He looks for the stick right in front of the goal. That pass just is a little bit too hot. Fornazier, another big shot, and that one will go in. A ton of pressure by the Canadians right around the goal, and you had a feeling that something was going to give there, and it did. They will now take a 2-1 lead.
Speaking of a youth movement in blind hockey on both sides of the board, that was Joe Fornazier getting his first goal of the tournament. He had hit the post on a bit of a muffed shot, the sequence right before, and he got a second look at it and made no mistake as he went top corner, far side on Doug Goist, the youngest member of the Canadian national blind hockey team, as they line up at center for the face-off after the goal.
Face-off here now goes to Canada. They've got it at center ice. A couple of U.S. players were down the other way, so they've got a little bit of numbers here. Now U.S. is back where they need to be. Canada looking for a pass. They don't find it. Now they do. That's Heaslip. He takes a big shot from the point. Goes just wide. Juha picks it up right around the goal. Again, he looks for a shot in the middle with Probin, but that pass goes right between her feet, and she does not have a chance. Now Canada keeps it in the zone. Juha's got it again. Shoots. Big block by Adam Young in front of the net. Juha had a great shot there. Adam Young blocked it, and that puck got back out of the zone. Now it is back in the U.S. zone. Nobody has it. Belding's looking for it. He's got it. Belding will now come around behind the net. He's going to skate off the ice with it. He sends that puck into the U.S. bench. Whoa. Heads up, folks. That clips somebody in the U.S. bench there, so we will have a stoppage in play.
Yeah, that's one of the things in blind hockey. If you're one of the bench staff, you got to have your head on a swivel, paying attention to the puck at all times, because you do not want to catch the adapted blind hockey puck if you are not wearing equipment. As the face-off goes deep in the U.S. zone, and Canada controls the puck.
Canada will, looks like they keep that puck in the zone. They do. That's Butterfield. He keeps it in. Now that puck is pushed down. Now Richard has it. He looks to take another shot. That puck goes right off the pole. Right off the post and the goalie's pads of Goist. And he stopped it there. So that will be a face-off in the U.S. zone, but a very quick developing play off that face-off. Butterfield with a great play right along the blue line to keep that puck in. And then it went right down there to Richard, who took another shot from the face-off dot. But it just could not squeak between the pads and the post. Now that puck is picked up by Canada, but now it's going to get out of the zone. And Canada will have to regroup. It's picked up there by Blay at center ice. But now picked off by Morgan. Morgan's got it. Looking for a friend behind him. He needs a U.S. teammate to get that pass. Morgan skates around behind the net. He finds a teammate. That's a big shot by Kitterman, but it goes just wide of the goal. Goalie's left. Now it's goalie left in the corner. Again, that puck is kicked along by Canada. They'll get it out of the zone. So they escape some danger there with a great developing play down in the Canadian zone. Puck right in front of the U.S. net. Now they look for the pass. Did not get it. That's Richard and Kane fighting at the boards. Now it's going to go back across. It's Alex Angus McPeckin. He will send that puck back into the U.S. zone. Callion picks it up now behind the U.S. net. He's going to have Mizuraka on him right quick here. And he does. Mizuraka gets that stick in there and breaks up that pass in the U.S. zone. Great forecheck. Now Luke Miller will have that. He's down in the Canada zone. He looks for a teammate. He's trying to find the pass. He will skate around behind the Canadian net. Looks in front of the net. Ooh, he just misses. And that's Ashbaugh on the other side there. Another puck will come back out. U.S. will have to regroup. And we've got a penalty, it looks like. We're going to catch up on the clock here, but there's 2:27 to go. We're just going to let our clock catch up. We're going to see what the call here is.
Well, it looks like this one's going against Team USA. So, late in the period, it's been such a close period and a 2-1 score. Canada's got an opportunity to pad their lead with 2.5 minutes left. And their second power play attempt. Both teams getting organized here.
And it looks like that is Ashbaugh, I want to say, that's taking that penalty.
And it is Anthony Ashbaugh getting the roughing call. The youngster, his first game wearing the Team US sweater. Now as Canada controls it, they get a pass though.
Yeah, Juha has it. It goes back behind the net now for Nazier. That puck is going to be cleared back. Oh, great stick there by Tim Kane for the U.S.
Great clear for USA. They were in trouble there. Headed out of their zone.
That was big danger right behind the net, but they managed to get it out. Now Kane will have it at center ice for the U.S. He will look to bring it in. He'll look to waste some time. He's going to skate around, then dump it into the Canadian zone. Again, wasting time there. Canadians will look and pick it up behind their net. They do. Regroup coming off the ice. U.S. change has been done behind them here. They're across, and that's going to be offsides. Offsides there for Canada.
Offside on the power play. That's never a great move. That was Julien Blais, I think, rushing. No, I think Julien's just coming on now. One of the Canadians just made one too many moves at the blue line. But again, both teams, their first game playing as a team, they'll iron out these bugs as the weekend goes on.
The puck now goes to Canada at center ice. They're going to pick it up. They will send it on into the U.S. zone. That's going to be picked up here, I think, by Belding for U.S. He does, but he's got Juha with him. Juha will skate right behind the net. Belding loses the skate there. He's down. Now he's back up. He's got the puck behind the net. That shot will go off a Canadian player, but Miller gets the clear.
Excellent clear by Luke Miller. Puck kind of landed just at his feet, and he rifled it all the way down. Just going to kill the next chunk of the Canada penalty with only 48 seconds left in the penalty and a minute 13 left in the period.
Now Canada has it. They're going to come down. That's for Nazier, I believe. They've got the pass to Juha, but another good stick by Miller. He is fighting with Juha here along the boards. Juha will keep it, but now it will go to the boards. That's Proven. She'll take a shot, blocked by Miller. Now Richard is inside the American defenders. But Callion again will be there. He will be behind the net. He's got it. He sends that puck back out, and he clears it. So now 20 seconds left on the penalty. It looks like the U.S. will probably clear this. 45 seconds to go in the period. Oh, U.S. is going to be caught in the middle of a change here. But great play by Kane. Unbelievable stick by Kane to get that pass and intercept it. The U.S. is in the middle of a change. He takes it down now into the Canada zone, skates behind the net. Penalty is over, full strength, 26 seconds to go in the period. They're now down in the Canadian zone. That pass is picked up by Canada, now goes to center ice. Kane has it at center ice. U.S. has time for one more big rush here. 18 seconds to go in the period. Kane has it, he crosses, he dumps that puck into goalie left. Again, looking for a teammate. He's got him, that's Ashbaugh, that's a pass. 7 seconds to go in the period. Ashbaugh is tied up along the boards. Now that puck is on a Canadian stick, and that could be the end of the period here. We've got the end of the period and possibly a penalty as well.
Team USA is taking a tripping call as time expires. So to begin the second period, Canada's going to start with a 2 minute advantage. Man advantage is what I was trying to say. As the teams will head to the locker rooms, I believe, as we will have a flood in between the period.
Yep,
This is the 2022 International Blind Ice Hockey Series. Thank you so much for being with us and helping support the parasport of blind ice hockey. We've got about 165 viewers at the moment, Ian, and another couple hundred in the barn here. So we were told Fort Wayne, Indiana was a great hockey town, and certainly showing up to cheer on these great athletes. That was an excellent period of hockey between Canada and USA, with Canada leading 2-1 going into the intermission. I believe we're going to take a break here as the Zamboni cleans the ice, and we're going to return with our broadcast in approximately 12 minutes' time at 6:43. Testing. Oh. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, so I'm here. So that stream is live. This stream is live.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second period of today's action of Team Canada versus United States blind hockey team here at the 2022 International Ice Hockey Blind Hockey Series in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We saw a fast and furious first period with Canada scoring 2 goals to the U.S.'s 1. A couple of penalties being taken by both teams. I think 3 by the Americans, and they're going to start period 2 on a penalty kill as well. So they will have a challenge right off the bat to keep this score just at a 2-1 game. While we have a second, we want to also thank our hosts for this event. So Turnstone this weekend has done a lot to make sure this event happened really well, make everything possible. We want to thank them so much for all their work. Turnstone is Northeast Indiana's only freestanding not-for-profit organization providing a comprehensive set of supportive services addressing the unique needs of people with disabilities and their families. Turnstone's mission is to provide therapeutic, educational, wellness, and recreational programs to empower people with disabilities. Founded by volunteers in 1943, Turnstone is a nationally recognized leader in creating possibilities for children and adults with disabilities. We would like to thank the entire Turnstone team for all their work for this weekend's events. To learn more about Turnstone and their mission, check out their site at turnstone.org. All right, Matt.
So first period scoring summary. We had the captain of Team USA getting us started, Tim Kane, from the point on the power play, giving the U.S. a 1-0 lead. But Canada answered back on a power play of their own, and they've had goals from Simon Richard and Joe Fernazier. As we get ready to drop the puck for the second period, Team USA took a tripping call at the conclusion of the first period, and Canada's going to start with a 2-minute power play on the fresh ice.
And here we go, underway in the second period. That puck now goes down into the American zone, now picked up at center ice by Canada. Now that puck is down almost into the Canadian zone, but picked up by Canada. Now it's across center ice. That is Juha. He's got it, but he's going to be offsides.
Once again, Team Canada going offside on the power play. They're really going to have to clean up their game a little bit here, as I'm sure both teams are still getting used to playing with once another once again. When you only get together once every few months, hard to work on things like special teams as we get ready for a face-off just outside the Team USA zone.
Face-off goes Canada's way. They've got the puck at center ice. Now they're going to drive it down into the U.S. zone. That is Richard hassled by Kane. That puck is loose. Now Kane has it. Canada had the pass whistle there for a moment, but that puck is going to roll on its edge all the way back down into the Canada zone. No icing. Somebody touched it in between there, so Canada picks it up in their own zone. They're going to bring it back up. It will come across to center ice. Now that puck is down into the U.S. zone. That is Kane fighting with Fornazier. It goes behind the net. Fornazier and Kane both there. Now Kane sends it out. It's stopped by Hachey. Hachey now gets the pass whistle. Canada has it. They're looking for a lane. That puck goes off of the net.
What a shot. Comes in, leans into it, hits the bar and out of play. Jason Juha, one of the leading scorers in blind hockey at all levels. Can he really shoot the puck? I mean, a lot of players struggle adapting from the traditional rubber puck to the oversized blind hockey puck, but not Jason Juha as the puck gets dropped back in the American zone.
Now picked up behind the net, that is Miller. He's going to get that puck out. He's hassled there by Juha. Now Miller is across center ice. He's looking for a teammate. He's got some teammates, but they're pretty far behind him. That puck is going to be turned over there then in the Canadian zone, but Miller's fighting tough with Juha. Puck is now behind the Canadian net. Puck now goes off the board. 38 seconds to go in the power play. 13:36 to go in the period. Picked up by Canada. They're going to come across center ice again. Now, good stick by Belding there to keep that puck from going into the U.S. zone. Richard has to get back on sides. He does. Now Juha has it. He will cross in again. They get the pass. Big shot on goal. And that goes off Goist's pads. And now picked up again by Canada. Great save by Doug Goist in goal. Now Yuha has it. He's hassled there by Morgan. That puck will go back to the point, to the blue line. That's a big shot, but blocked there easily by Callion. Ooh, good stick by Canada, keeping it in. That is Heaslip. That puck is now goalie left, picked up now by Yuha behind the net. He will roll around in front of the net, looking for a teammate, looking for a lane. Can't find either. He'll keep it. He'll come to the face-off dot. Still with the puck, Yuha. He comes behind the net, but finally Belding will get in his way there, and that puck is now loose behind the net, now picked up, and it's over along the wall right in front of us here. Richard now has it for Canada. They still have the pressure. It's back over to Canada. I think that's, you see that is on the far side. He gets tangled up with Mitchell. I think that's Yuha still. Now Callion is up against the far wall. He's tangled up with Richard. Yep. Now Yuha has it. That puck is going to come back to center. And now Miller will get it out. Big clear for the U.S. right there. That was a tough series down in their side of the ice. Canada will again have it. They will look to get it in, but Kane will get in between that pass. He does. That puck is pushed back towards center ice. Now Clank is fighting along the boards. That puck goes to Yuha again. Now it's back out of the zone. Canada will have to regroup. Now Kane has it for the U.S. They've got to rush. He's got Clank. He's got the whistle. Clank tries to get his stick on it, but he just cannot, and that puck gets around. So Clank and Kane had a pretty good rush there into the Canadian zone, but just could not get synced up at the right time, and the Canadian stick got in the way. Shear now will try to clear that puck, but it goes off a Canada player, but Brown will get it back out. That puck goes to center ice. That's Mizuraka and Shear get in together. They both go down. Now Clank will also go down, and we have a whistle.
Yeah, that's going to be offside. Canada with all the momentum to start the second period. I mean, first with the 2-minute power play and then carrying that over. U.S. did a great job to weather the storm and keep the damage to 0 with the score still 2-1. Got a line change now. Face-off's going to happen just outside the Canada zone as the puck's about to be dropped back into play.
That puck goes to the board side, or the bench side, I should say. Boards picked up by Canada. They're going to circle around in their own ice, look to regroup and get a rush up the ice here. 11:21 to go in the second period. Canada is now into U.S. territory looking for the pass. They've got behind the defenders. They have the pass. But Mizuraka just got a little bit tangled up with the U.S. player, and another stick right in front of the net, but that puck goes behind the net. Now Callion has it for the U.S. Now Steinicke has it. He'll look to clear that puck out, and he does. So another near goal experience there for the U.S. as they come down into the Canada zone. The puck is now behind the net.
Canada now with too many men on the ice. They've got 6 out there, and I think the whistle's going to go. Yep. There they are. I don't know if they'll call it too many men on the ice or too many points on the ice, but either way, there's 6 yellow sweaters. Someone's going to go have to serve 2 or less.
Yeah, good catch there, Matt. I was watching the action all down here, and he's got his eyes on the number of players on the ice, so there we go.
Well, with those bright yellow jerseys, when you got a bird's eye view, it's pretty hard to miss when there's an extra body out there. I think the referees here are doing a great job. It's so difficult to call both, all the hockey rules in such a fast-paced sport where you're, on the ice in the middle of all the action, and then also have to remember the adapted rules. We got to remember that just like the teams only get together a few times a year. I mean, these referees, they only referee blind hockey a few times a year. There seems to be a bit of a debate over at the Team Canada bench with Coach Luca Demonis talking with the refs, but the gate is open here. Someone is going to serve a penalty for too many men on the ice, and it will be power play Team USA.
And it looks like Beauregard is going to be the Canadian player to serve that penalty. And a U.S. power play will come down into the Canada zone to take this face-off. 10:50 to go in the second period. The score is still 2-1. Canada over the U.S. Face-off now, it goes here to the U.S. They quickly get the pass whistle. That's Kane at the top of the point. He looks down. He finds Miller. Miller, big shot, and it ricochets off, and that was right to Kevin Brown in front of the net, but he just could not corral that puck down to get it in there. There was an open right side of the net, but it just could not bounce. It just bounced over his stick, basically. Now Kane has it with another rush. He will look, and that's going to be offsides.
What a glorious chance there for USA. Oliver Pye making the big first stave. Juicy rebound there for Kevin Brown, who was just a second late. The Canadian defender was able to poke it out of harm's way. Team USA still on the power play for another minute 39.
That faceoff goes back to the U.S. Again, Callion has it. He's at center ice. He'll look to get that puck in. He does. Chips it down back behind the net. Miller is going to go to retrieve that for the U.S. That will be ringed around by Canada and out, so good clear by them. 1:23 to go in the penalty kill for Canada. Kane has it for the U.S. He will now move that puck up. He's coming out into the zone. Kane will go behind the net, again looking for a teammate to make that pass. He's hassled there. And that puck is still on Kane's stick, and now Kane goes down. That puck is grabbed by a Canadian player there, and it's going to come out, so another good clear by Canada. That puck will ring all the way down here behind the U.S. net. That is Proven fighting with it with Callion. Callion kicks it out. He's got possession. He's got Miller with him. And they're going to come and regroup up the ice. 50 seconds to go in this power play. Miller has it again now. He skids down into Canadian territory, but that puck will then once again come out. U.S. in the middle of a change here. Got a new set of defensemen on the ice. Now Richard has it for Canada. He's back behind the U.S. goal. No teammates with him. Now he's got one. He's got a big pass and a huge block by Drew Garza in front of the net. Canadians caught a break right there with the pass. And then Garza got the massive block. Another puck goes in front of the net, and that is wide. That puck rings around onto goalie right side of the boards. Another shot taken toward the net, but that's well wide. Goalie left. Kitterman will pick it up for the U.S., and they're going to get this puck out of the zone. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. It stays in. Only one Canadian player here, though. He's looking for a teammate. No goal, no pass.
Joe Fernazier breaking in and shooting and scoring because he's all alone, but the blind hockey rules, no pass, no goal. This one's coming outside. There's no doubt about that one.
Teams are moving, lining up for the face-off here, and it's going to be coming to goalie right. Face-off dot in neutral ice. That puck goes back to the U.S. That's Callion, but immediately stolen by Mizuraka. He looks for a teammate. Mizuraka circles, waiting, looking for a teammate. Needs to make that pass. Circles again, coming through the face-off dot. Finds a teammate in Fornazier. Fornazier dumps the puck behind him, but Mizuraka had gone the other way. Now that puck is going to come around, and Miller will be fighting with a couple of Canadian players at the boards, trying to get it out. That puck will come out, still picked up by Canada. That's Fornazier. Now it's back to Mizuraka. We've come full circle on this play. Mizuraka's back with the puck. Now it comes to the blue line. Canada keeps it in. Now Callion will get a stick on the puck and get it out. Big play there by Callion. A lot of pressure there by Canada, but the U.S. will now have it down into the Canadian zone. They're looking for a pass. They just out of the reach of Miller. Lot of gold sweaters down there as U.S. makes a change. Now they're full strength again. Canada makes a change. This puck comes down into the U.S. zone. Kane picks it up. He'll be pursued here by Mizuraka, but he sends it up to Ashba. Ashba now to center ice. He moves down into Canadian territory, but he goes down. That puck is picked up by Clank, shoots it, and just to the goalie right. Not sure we heard a pass whistle yet. There we go. There's the whistle. Now U.S. can take a legal shot on goal. That puck goes behind the net. Nobody there. Picked up again by the U.S. Now Canada has a stick on it. That's Beauregard. He gets the puck over, but now U.S. has it again. Clank has it in front of the net, but it just goes over his stick. U.S. still has it. That is Shear. He's going to send it back down into the zone. He's got 3 yellow sweaters around him. Nothing he can really do there. That puck's going to come back to the point. Now Kane with a big shot and tipped right in front of the net by the Canadian defender, Alex Angus McKecken there, keeps that puck from getting to the goalie. Another one comes at goal, but that goes goalie right wide, comes around. Now it's on goalie left on the boards. Kane will once again keep that puck alive at the point, picks a big shot on goal, and then it's blocked. Big save there, and that puck comes back all the way across center ice. Now picked up by Canada at center ice. Canada makes some changes here. That puck will now come into the zone, and I think we have another penalty coming up.
USA with some really good sustained pressure at 5-on-5. They weren't able to generate much of that in the first period. So coming off the momentum of that power play, they really, really brought it to Team Canada, who were able to weather the storm thanks to a couple key saves and a couple of blocks. And it will be a Team Canada power play. They haven't announced the penalty yet, but the U.S. player has gone to the box to serve, and I believe that's number 7. Captain Tim Kane has gone to the box for roughing. Oh, Captain Kane's not going to like that call. He's going to spend the next 2 minutes in the box thinking about what he's going to do when he gets back. Oh, and Team Canada's actually doing a goaltending switch. So the mid-game switch, Oliver Pye is coming out of the game, and Lorne Weber has come into the game for Team Canada. Not a bad time to do a goaltending switch when you're on a power play. Give your goalie a few minutes where you hope that the puck's going to be at the other end. As Canada completes their change, and the faceoff starts between Juha and number 18 on USA. Juha with the win draw. The pass is good.
Now they have the pass here. They have the whistle down in the U.S. zone. Now puck comes back to Juha. He takes a shot. Now Richard has it, and that puck ricochets in. And they're going to cash in immediately on that power play, 13 seconds into it.
Yeah, Canada making quick work of the power play that time. Bit of a bad luck goal for Doug Goist. Went off the post, went off his back, and went in. But Canada looked determined right at the start of that power play, and certainly made the most of it, extending their lead to 3-1 with 6.5 to play. Great game here at the 2022 International Blind Ice Hockey Series. 3-1 for Team Canada midway through the game as we get action back underway.
Face-off now goes to the U.S. They're down in the Canada zone. That's Miller. They with the pass whistle, and they just could not get that puck on the net. It went right goalie right. They had a really good opportunity right in front of the net there. Miller, and I believe that was Ashbaugh, but he could not corral the puck and get a shot on net. It went around behind the net. Canada now has it at center ice. Now U.S. is there again. That's Ashbaugh. He kicks it into the Canadian zone. Now picked up again by Canada. They're going to move it down the ice here. Belding's there for defense. They're going to skate through him. Now Juha has it back down in the zone. He's got Richard. They've got the pass. Juha's behind the net. U.S. is in trouble right here if they cannot get that puck moving, and they do. That came right across in front of the net, and the defenders were a little bit out of position, but they were not. Canada was not able to cash in on that, and the U.S. will survive that play. It's not going to be against the boards here. Callion now has the puck behind the U.S. net. He's going to be hassled there by Richard. Richard actually takes that puck away from him behind the net. Now it's going to begin off Callion's skate. Now Belding will ring that puck around. It's going to go all the way around and back out, and U.S. will escape that pressure. U.S. makes a change. Canada will make some changes as well. They're going to push that puck now past center ice. It's down into the U.S. zone. Oh, now back to center ice. Good play there by Kane. Juha has it. Picked off by Kane. Now Kane's got to rush down into the Canada end. He's looking for a teammate. He's got Shear behind him, but that's it. He needs to make that pass. Now Kane pushes it back behind the net. He's looking to make a pass. He does. He gets Clank. Now Clank will send that puck up along the boards, but it's going to be picked off there by Canada, and they're going to come a rush down on this end of the ice. Now 2 Canadians are here. They're looking to get a pass whistle, but that's going to be a great play by Charlie Mitchell to take Bruno Hachet out of the play. That puck is now going to be sent all the way back to center ice. Canada picks it up there. Now sends it, chips it back down into the U.S. zone. Kevin Brown will pick it up there for the U.S. He will fire it back out. But it's going to be kept in with a great stick by Mizuraka. He pushes it back. Now Brown is on it again. Brown and Kane, they're both there. Brown sends it back out, and he will clear it this time. Out of the zone. Now Kinnerman has it in the Canada zone for the U.S., but no teammates with him. Can't make that pass. He's looking for somebody, but that pass is going to get turned over. Garza now goes down for the U.S. Now there was a move by Morgan, but I think it touched the Canadian stick, so no clean pass. That puck is now back out of the zone. Brown will pursue it. He's got it. He pushes it back to center ice. Going to be picked up there by Canada. I think that's Mizuraka. Now Canada has it again. They're in the U.S. zone. They got 2 players there, but it's 2 on 5. Not much to be done there. And a whistle. Let's see what that is for.
We've had a fairly long sequence in between whistles here, but the U.S. had their chances. They were really pressing there, and they continue to press. It's been a impressively even period, other than perhaps when the combination of Juha, Richard, and Fernazier flying out there. a million miles an hour, with Canada playing a little short-handed. A couple players not playing with some bumps and bruises. So the shortened bench, we'll see how that affects Canada as we get deeper into the game. There is going to be another Canada power play. 3:53 left in the period. They'll have a full 2 minutes on the power play as Chaz Mizuraka lines up to take the face-off against number 18, Max Scheer.
And that face-off will immediately go right in front of the U.S. goal, but it comes back out to the point. Now Canada has it. Now they've got the pass. Big shot, and soaked up by Goist. What a big shot from the point. That had a lot of power on it. And Goist soaked that one up right in his midsection. Big save to keep this a 3-1 game. So another face-off here in the U.S. zone coming to goalie right. It's going to be Mizuraka against Scheer for the face-off. 3:44 to go. That puck will immediately go. No pass, so we're going to do this again. So third time's a charm here for face-offs in the U.S. zone. And now we're going to take it out of the zone. There we go. So the puck is now going to be taken back out of the zone. And it's still going to be Mizuraka against Scheer for the face-off. Mizuraka wins that one. They take it back. Canada has it now down in their zone. Heaslip picks it up. He's going to move that puck up the ice. He crosses center ice. That's Heaslip. He gets around a couple of U.S. defenders, but loses the puck there to Mitchell. The puck will go behind the U.S. net, picked up by Young. He fights with Heaslip there again, still behind the net. Rams through the ref there. Look out. Now Kane will have it for the U.S. He grabs it up the ice. That puck is out of the zone. Kane has it. He's going to chip it down into the Canadian zone and make a change. So U.S. will make a full change here, it looks like, and that might be icing. Let's see. Oh, we're on a power play. It can't be icing. I'm like... Clearly your commentator needs a bit more caffeine today. Back in action here, picked up by Canada in their own zone. They're going to come back up, still on a power play, 1 minute, 4 seconds left on the power play. Looking for the pass, they've got it, that's Juha in front of the goal, and he makes that shot. Really no chance for Goist on that one. Just a big rush on the power play, and that puck got on Juha's stick immediately.
Yeah, what a beautiful goal, making no mistake there. Jason Juha going top shelf, extending the lead to 4-1 for Team USA.
Team Canada, as he said. All right, here we go with a center ice face-off after that goal. That puck will go over to the boards, and that's picked up by Canada, but now immediately grabbed by Callion for the U.S. Now Canada has it again. They've got a man in front here. That is for Nazier. He looks for a teammate. Can't find it. Big mess of bodies in front of the net. But Richard comes out of that mess with the puck. He goes down against the boards. Big hit there. And I'm guessing that's a penalty. U.S. is really taking a lot of penalties here, and that is definitely impeding their ability to get momentum going in the game. So that will be Charlie Mitchell taking a seat. I'm guessing the call is roughing. And it'll be another 2-minute power play for Canada here with 2:29 to go in the second period. So we're likely going to finish this period, almost finish it, I should say, with another power play for Canada. Face-off here coming in the U.S. zone now on the penalty kill. That puck will go to Canada. That's Richard. He takes a shot on goal. Haven't heard the whistle yet, though. That's Kane now for U.S. He's got it behind the net. He will fire it all the way back down the ice. Good clear by the U.S. 1:45 to go in the power play. 2:13 to go in the period. That puck is picked up by Juha in the Canadian zone. He comes down the ice. He finds Richard. And they're going to come across into the U.S. zone. Now looking for a pass. Great stick there by Brock Kitterman in front of the net. Just broke up. What they tried to do was a layup pass right in front of the net. And Kitterman said no, block that, and that puck goes now to the blue line, but Canada keeps it in. That's Richard. Now he's got the pass whistle. Looking, waiting, looking for a teammate. He's got Juha in front of the net. And that's going to be another goal for Canada.
Whoa. What a nice goal by Jason Juha. First, you see Brock Kitterman in front of the net. He may be a rookie with Team USA, but he's no blind hockey rookie. He knew that they still had to make that pass, and he stood in front and made sure he touched it so that the player wouldn't have a chance to score on net. But it didn't matter in the end because Juha was all over the rebound, and what a dominant game he's having as he goes backhand short side, extending the lead to 5-1 with 1:39 to go in the second period.
Yeah, I think if there's any message for the U.S. bench during this intermission, it's slow down 91. That puck is picked up now by Callion in the U.S. zone. He fights along the boards there with, I want to say Richard is down there. That puck is now picked up by Canada. They've still got it, looking for a pass. That's Mizuraka, correction. Mizuraka tries to go to Provin, but she cannot catch the pass there. Now picked up by Garza. He tries to get it out. He does. That puck goes across center ice, goes all the way down into the Canadian zone. Picked up by McKecken. He's got Kitterman there right with him, as does Garza with him. But that puck will now come across to center ice. Canada's got it, looking for another rusher with a minute to go in the period. Mizuraka will circle around behind the U.S. net. Looks for a teammate. He finds Heaslip. Ooh, good stick in between by Kitterman again. Stops that pass. He's still looking for a pass, Mizuraka circling. Got a lot of space here, 49 seconds. Now he's got the pass, but that is going to go outside the zone, so all that circling is for naught. He's not going to get that pass cleanly. They'll have to regroup. Big change here by the U.S. Looks like some changes for Canada as well. 37 seconds to go, period 2. Canada with another rush coming up the ice. That is Heaslip, but he immediately loses the puck to Kane. That puck is now down here, goalie right. U.S. side picked up by Belding. The puck's along the boards. Now Kane will get it out. A couple of big hits along the board. That's Beauregard, Kane, and Juha that got together. Now Kane will chip it into the Canadian zone. 17 seconds to go in the period. It is down behind the Canadian net, picked up by Bruno Hichet. He's hassled there by U.S., but that puck is going to stay in. I think it's kept in by the U.S. For the moment it is. 6 seconds to go in the period. Now that puck is out. It's in neutral ice, now kicked back in. Canadian player goes down. And Miller tries to get it at center ice, but that is going to be the end of the period. So a little bit of a rough one for the U.S. when it comes to penalties. A number of power plays that they had to kill.
Well, speaking of penalties, I think frustration boiled over there at the end for Captain Tin Kane. I think he's getting another penalty for knocking the Canadian player down at the whistle here. So I think Canada's once again likely to start the third period on a power play, as both teams will head towards the dressing room for a quick break as we resurface the ice. This is the 2022 International Blind Ice Hockey Series between Team Canada, Team USA. After 2 periods, it's Canada 5, USA 1. We will return with our broadcast in approximately 12 minutes' time.
Well, we've got a moment here. We're also going to take some time to thank a few of our sponsors. We have a number of sponsors that help make this weekend possible, including Visit Fort Wayne, the Foreseeable Future Foundation, Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, and Team Indiana. Visit Fort Wayne is the Fort Wayne and Allen County Convention and Visitors Bureau. If you haven't checked out Fort Wayne, what are you waiting for? Every visit starts with the Fort Wayne Zoo, one of the top zoos in the nation. And hey, if zoos aren't on your list, that's no problem. Check out Fort Wayne's Promenade Park, which features boat rentals, restaurants, and more. Or fill your day with tasty treats from food trucks and farmers markets you can find throughout the city. Discover what adventures await you in Fort Wayne this season. Learn more at visitfortwayne.com. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the International Blind Ice Hockey Series here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We are getting ready to start period 3 of Canada versus United States. Canada holding a 5-1 lead as we come into this period. Matt, what did you see there in the first 2 periods, and what do you think each team, one thing for each team they could do in the third period?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think Team USA played a fantastic first period. They were able to stay out of the box. For the most part, they kept it close. It was a 2-1 period and just a great hockey game. And I think where they ran away from that formula a little was in the second period. They took too many penalties. I mean, some of the penalties were generated by Canada's speed, but some of the penalties were just out of frustration, some roughing calls that you really got to avoid that because this Canada team will make you pay. In terms of Team Canada, I'd say just keep doing what they're doing. Really, keep playing your top guys. I mean, Jason Yuha is having an incredible game. Simon Richard's having an incredible game. So far, they don't really have a glaring weak spot. So I think if they can continue to muster up the high-paced energy for one more period, even though they're playing a bit of a short bench, that with a 5-1 lead, you'd expect them to be able to take this thing home. But that's the great thing about hockey. Anything can happen anytime. And Canadian Blind Hockey would just like to extend our thanks to our partners at USA Hockey, the US Blind Hockey team, for hosting us here in the 3rd International Blind Ice Hockey Series in Fort Wayne, Indiana, as Team Canada is heading back out onto the ice to get ready for this third period. Nearly 3 calendar years have gone by since these two teams have played each other. And really, I think it's a testament to the commitment to the parasport of blind hockey that all the athletes on both sides of the border, they continue to train, they continue to improve, and they're just so happy to be here back out on the ice doing what they love to do.
Yeah, and it's crazy when you say that. Think about it being 3 years. Like, I feel like we were in Ottawa yesterday, right? It's like but it's nuts to think that it's been 3 years, and it's so good to have these teams back on the ice and competing.
Well, put it this way: at the 2019 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament, both Brock Kitterman and Anthony Ashbaugh competed in the youth division. So they weren't even in the open division with the adults. They were playing with the youth. So to make the leap from the youth division past, the adult open all the way to the U.S. team, that's a pretty great feat in only 3 years' time. And blind hockey in the U.S. is still fairly new, having only been introduced in 2014. So as these participants that started off in the children and youth divisions continue to grow, it's really exciting for the future of the game.
Well said, Matt. Couldn't agree more. We're about to get started here with the third period. Go ahead and thank one more of our sponsors here today, the Foreseeable Future Foundation. Foundation works with individuals and organizations that focus on the visually impaired through sports and recreation. They offer financial assistance and utilize various resources in their organization to help those in need, enabling visually impaired to live fulfilling lives through sports and recreation. To learn more, visit foreseeablefuture.org.
I suppose another thing that we'd like to do before we get underway here is thank all of the volunteers on both sides of the border. The parasport of blind hockey is an amateur sport with volunteer coaching staff, and that's not just these national team coaching staffs who are doing a wonderful job, but that's the coaches and organizers at every level in the community programs across North America. Without you, it wouldn't be possible. And as Ian alluded to, as well as our sponsors and our donors. Team Canada with a very successful fundraiser to be able to, in both 2019 and this year, to be able to afford to come down and compete, as well as Team USA with their sponsors and donors as well. So if you are a part of the larger extended blind hockey community as a volunteer, a donor, a sponsor, a partner, whatever it may be, thank you so much for supporting the parasport of blind hockey. We love to see the continued growth. And here in the third period, when I get a chance at a stoppage and play, we'll tell you about some exciting upcoming events.
All right, thanks, Matt. And we are getting set to go here. Goal is getting in their net. It's going to be Goist still in goal for the U.S. and Weber still in goal for Canada. As a reminder, coming out of that second period, right at the end of it, Team USA captain Tim Kane took a penalty. So Canada is going to start the second consecutive period with a 2-minute man advantage. So you'll be incumbent upon the Americans here to really try to shut them down and keep this game from getting too crazy. It's already a 4-goal lead going into the third. They want to shut this penalty kill down right away here. As you see, Goyce is just getting his crease ready here, making sure he's happy with how that ice is scuffed up. Looks like he's ready. Weber's ready. And here we go. Period 3 is underway. That face-off at center ice immediately goes to Canada. They're going to come down into the U.S. zone. That's Richard. He's got Juha. Called his name a lot today. Juha's got the puck. Richard now has the puck, sends it back to Juha. Juha's going to look for a shot. Big interference there by Mitchell. Breaks up that shot. Fantastic play by Mitchell and Kitterman there to prevent Juha from getting that shot. And the puck is now out of the zone. Canada will have to regroup. Good play there by the U.S. with a lot of pressure on them. Yep. Now that puck is still down in the U.S. zone. They're fighting for it along the boards. That is Young, and he is with Fornazier against the boards. That puck now is loose. Canada's got the pass whistle. They're going to send it back to center ice. That's going to be Richard. He shoots a shot, and that is soaked up by Goyce. Big save by Doug Goyce there on the power play shot to keep this a 5-1 game. 14-14 to go in the third period. 1:15 to go on the penalty kill. Ralph will bring the puck over here, and you can hear them shaking that puck as they come to the faceoff dot. Very common for them to do that to help players get lined up where they need to be. That puck is dropped. Now U.S. has it. That's Miller. He's behind the net. He immediately has Haché right on him, though. That's going to be a shot on goal, but there was no whistle, so it wouldn't have counted. It's Mizuraka. He's got it, sends it back across the ice. No teammate there. But now he's got one. That is Blay. Miller tries to get it out, but Blay stops it again. Now Miller, they fight along the boards right in front of the U.S. bench. Canada's going to come out of that pile with the puck and the pass whistle, and a big shot, and that's going to go in.
And that looks like it was Chaz Mizuraka with his first career goal as a member of Team Canada. The big celebration. Chaz, a multi-sport athlete, also a member of Canada's national para-rock climbing team. So, talented, athletic individual making his debut for Canada and getting on the board to make it 6-1.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned the rock climbing because we were doing our social media research, learning about some of the players on Team Canada. And I saw Chaz Mizuraka rock climbing. I said, was that the same Chaz Mizuraka? Yes, it is. That faceoff now goes into the U.S. zone. Mitchell has it for the U.S. Now picked up by Haché. Now it is back to the blue line. That's Clank. He gets it out. Clank will take that puck down, but he's got 4 yellow sweaters on him. Nothing to be had there, but Clank gets it in. Now he's behind the Canadian net. Now Clank goes down. No call on that one. Just incidental contact. Clank still has he's back up on his skates. Now he's fighting for the puck. That puck is now kicked back out. U.S. is going to pick it up in their zone. Canada makes a change behind them. That's Shear. He's got it down here with Brown. Shear sends it up, clears it out of the zone. It's going to go into Canada's zone here, picked up by Butterfield. Now Kane has it. Kane beats him to the puck. Kane has the puck down in Canada's zone, but no teammates with him. Now Miller comes into the zone. He's looking to make that pass. Looks like he had it there for a second, but now Miller goes down behind the net. Canada picks up the puck. Miller doesn't have a stick. He's going to skate to the bench, or skate to get his stick from the ref. There he goes. Now Canada has it there in front of the U.S. net. Great stick there by Adam Young. Sells out, sacrifices the body, and blocks that shot, or blocks the pass, I should say, to prevent the shot. Now U.S. has it back down in the Canada zone. That is Kane. He gets the pass whistle. It's right in front of the Canadian net. But a puck goes then back out, and U.S. will have to regroup. Canada has it down here now in the zone again. Looks to make a pass. They don't have it. That's Juha. He sends it down. Now it's picked up by Richard. He takes a shot that is blocked in front of the net. Another one blocked in front of the net, and that is saved by the goalie as well. I think that was a shot by Proven. Now Juha has it. This Juha Proven Richard line here, fighting real hard in the U.S. zone. Now Steinica is on Juha. Kane is on him as well. That puck is going to go right between the 2 Canadian defenders and out. Canada will regroup at center ice. U.S. is making a change here, but Canada's going to have some defenders here, or some offense players here inside the defenders. They make the pass. Juha's got it. He's still on the ice. Now Morgan fights with him. Yuha takes a huge shot, and that ricochets off Doug Goist and bounces over the net. What a big save. That took a piece out of Goist, though. You could see that. Goist regroups. Canada still got the puck in the zone. He's still got some shots to save. That puck is now alongside the boards on goalie right. Picked up now by Fernazier. He's going to look to take a shot. He falls on his skates, doesn't get the hard shot off. Callahan is able to block it. Canada still has it, still down in the zone. Another big shot. That goes wide to the goalie's right. Picked up there by Yuha. He's going to skate around. Looks for a lane. Takes another shot. That goes over the net. Wicked shot, but way too high. That is now on goalie left along the boards. That is going to be picked up there by the U.S. That is Morgan. Morgan to Kitterman. Kitterman has it. That puck is going to now stay in. Good stick there by Canada at the blue line. Another good stick there by Heaslip. He keeps it in. Shoots that puck. Big block by Garza to keep that puck from staying in. And then he and Heaslip get together. Heaslip probably took the worst of that deal. Now Canada has it again into the U.S. zone. Takes a shot in front of the net. That does not come close, but it's now along the boards. Yuha has it. He's looking for a lane. He gets around Brown, takes a shot. It goes off the side of the net. Ooh, very close there for another goal for Yuha. Goes off the side of the net. And now we've got a whistle.
Oh, and you hate to see it when a player goes down. Heaslip taking the worst of the collision where he lost not only his stick but his gloves and went straight to the bench. But nice to see that he was able to get off on his own powers. So hopefully he's just a little winded and he'll be able to return for his next shift, especially as Canada, again, shorthanded in this game, playing with about 11 skaters at the moment. So although we're checking on Doug Goist, I guess the puck must have hit him in the mask, and we're checking to see if he's all right. Speaking in the good news department, however, Mark Demonis, who didn't play much or at all even over the first couple periods, has now joined the game. So he must be deciding that he's feeling able to go, and he's coming out here to see if he can take a shift. He had lower body tightness earlier that wasn't going to allow him to play, but again, he must be feeling like he's going to see how he can do throughout the rest of this period. So we are going to have a face-off. It looks like Doug Goist is okay. The face-off is going to be in the Team USA zone. There's 10 minutes and 11 seconds left in the third period, with Canada currently sporting a 6-1 lead.
Face-off now goes to Canada. That's DeMontis right in the middle of that play with Mizuraka. Now DeMontis is there. He's got the pass whistle. That puck goes off of Belding's stick, or skates, I should say. Now that puck comes over. Canada keeps it in the zone. That puck is now along the boards. Goalie left. That shot heads toward the net, but way wide. It comes across through the center of the ice, but DeMontis picks it up, pushes it through the legs of Young. He fights along the board here with Clank. Now Mizuraka will chase that puck down behind the net. Good stick there by Young, but Mizuraka keeps possession. Mizuraka circling, looking for a teammate. He's got DeMontis now behind the net. DeMontis is there behind the net. Kind of has his options here. He chips that puck up kind of along the back of the net. Nothing cooking there. That puck will now come to the boards. Clank will have it, and he will send it out. Now Shear has it for the U.S. He takes it down all the way into the Canadian zone. No pass whistle. That puck's going to be covered up. Just kind of ended that play there and getting the U.S. a good change.
Yeah, good on the U.S. to be able to get out of their zone after some sustained pressure and take it down to the Canadian end. So, this period's ticking along, and I think both teams are really going to bring their all, but they know they got two more games. They've got 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow and 9 a.m. on Sunday. So a lot of series left to be played and a lot left in this game with 9 minutes as the puck's dropped and goes back into the Canadian zone.
Puck now picked up by Canada, coming through the zone. They come into U.S. territory. They're looking for that pass. That puck will now go behind the net. Proven's going to pick it up back there. She gets with Callahan against the boards. She goes down. They do get the whistle, but now the puck is out. U.S. will have it. Try to get it. They now do. Steinicke has it down in the U.S. zone. He's got Miller with him. That puck is back in front of the net, but it looks like the net is off its moorings again, so we'll have a stoppage here to fix that net.
That was a great defensive play from Canadian rookie Dustin Butterfield. Dustin had a bouncing puck on him, and when he tried to clear it, he got it right into the U.S. shin pads. So he made a beeline for the net and was able to stop the play, but then knocked it off the moorings unintentionally, I should say.
That face-off now will be in the Canadian zone. Goes to the U.S. Steinicke takes a shot. That goes off either a defender or off his own Kevin Brown there. That puck is now picked up by Canada. It's going to come out of the zone. Now Nick Callahan has it for U.S. He's got it in the U.S. zone. That puck goes off a Canadian defender, though. Callahan again sends it along the boards. That puck is back to center ice, picked up by Butterfield. That puck is along the boards here. Now Brown has it. He tries to send it to center ice, but that's intercepted there by Juha. Now Juha has it. He's got it, trying to get it to Fournazier. Can't do it. A couple of sticks tangled up there between Fournazier and Kane. Now Callahan gets that puck. He's got it again. He sends it across. Now Miller's got it. U.S. looks to make a run here. Miller's got the puck looking for a teammate. Needs to make that pass. He's got Morgan behind him, but U.S. is making a change, so he's got to burn some time here. Now looks for a teammate, but that pass is intercepted. Canada will have a rush now coming down to this end of the ice. That's Juha to Fournazier, and that puck is going to go in. So U.S. kind of got caught in the middle of a change there, and then as they came around the ice, Fournazier and Juha both got behind the defenders, and that's going to be another goal for Canada.
Yeah, that was nice pressure by the U.S. team and the Canada end. Unfortunately, sometimes what happens when you rag the puck trying to, take your time and let a defender get open is that you open yourself up for a turnover. And that's what happened there with Juha and Fournazier streaking in, showing off their tremendous speed. As soon as Juha gained the blue line, the veteran fed it forward to Fournazier, who made no mistake going top shelf. And we are going to have a goaltender change with Doug Goyce exiting the game and Andrew Mead Colgrove making his debut in this series. So Doug Goyce finishing giving up 7 goals. You can hardly fault him on them, though. He made some big saves along the way, with most of the Canadian goals being of the top corner variety. Puck's going to be dropped at center ice with 7:48 to go in the third and a 7-1 Canada lead.
Puck is now down into the U.S. zone. That's picked up by Young. Now Canada has it against the far boards. Now Morgan will take it away, but now Canada again. Now Morgan comes out of that scrum with the puck. Now he goes to Kitterman. Kitterman now will take that puck down into the Canadian zone. Picked off there by Canada again. So good pressure there to prevent any sort of a play from developing there down in the Canadian zone. A couple of players go down against the boards. Canada has it again. They're going to ring that puck down. See if it gets far enough for icing. It does. It's going to be a stoppage in play there for the icing. And I do have some news from the U.S. bench as well. Looks like that they're going to be playing a man short as Anthony Ashbaugh is going to be out for the remainder of the game. So a lot of adaptations of lines going on here for both teams as they combat some injury.
Hey, why not experiment? This game's probably too wide of a margin, so get set for the rest of the weekend. There's still 2 more games to play. See what sort of combos works. This is a time for both coaches to experiment and maybe try some of their players in different positions as we get ready to drop the puck deep in the Canadian zone after that icing call.
And that puck goes to Canada, and they immediately get it out of their zone. They got a couple of players here coming up into the U.S. zone. Now they have the pass. They're going to take a big shot, and that shot goes wide, and then 2 Canadian players get together. That's Mizuraka and Richard took big hit, hitting each other there. Kind of blew up that play accidentally. That puck is now going to come down behind the U.S. net. That's picked up by Callahan. Now he will get that puck out. That puck goes across center ice. Butterfield's looking for it for Canada. He's found it. But that will go back along the boards. Shearer went for it, but he gets Mizuraka past him. Mizuraka now is down behind the U.S. net. He sends it over to Hachey. They've got the pass whistle. Mizuraka there, but he gets a big block from Kevin Brown. That puck went nowhere. Now Clank is going to try to get that puck out. He kicks it, and he does. Good play by Clank to get that puck back out of the zone. We've got 6:16 to go here in the third period. Mizuraka now is down in the U.S. zone again. Hachey takes a shot on goal and just goes wide left. He's hassled there by Mitchell. A lot of U.S. jerseys right in front of that net. Canada waits behind the net, waiting, looking for a teammate. So change, tries to wrap around, nothing to be had there. That was DeMontis behind the net, and I think as he tried that wraparound, the net dislodged a bit. And we're going to have a little stoppage here to fix that.
With Mark, you never know what to expect. I mean, I've seen some of the most spectacular goals in blind hockey. I think he was considering the Michigan. He was standing behind that net thinking, can I do the Michigan with the blind hockey puck, because with the traditional puck, he can do all sorts of blade tricks. That would have been an interesting attempt to see as the puck gets back into play.
Now grabbed by Kane. He's going to move that puck off the ice. Kane's got Steinica and Miller with him. Miller with his puck on the stick. He takes a big shot, and that is saved. Wow, what a play there. Quick developing play from Kane, Steinica, and Miller. Big shot by Miller to the goalie right, and he saved it right along the pipe.
And all the credit in the world to goaltender Lorne Weber. I mean, he's been in and he hasn't really seen many shots. So, when you've been playing for a while and you haven't seen the puck for a bit, and then all of a sudden they have a breakaway and a glorious chance to maintain your focus and get across for the blocker save and ensure there's no rebound is an impressive amount of focus in a blind hockey game as puck gets back underway.
U.S. has the whistle again. They're still down in the Canadian zone, trying to make something happen down there. Again, a lot of yellow sweaters in front of the net. That's Belding now on the boards for the U.S. Tries to keep it in. He's not able to, though, and that puck's going to come to center ice. Hit there by Young. That puck ricochets off of Kane. Now Canada's going to have it center ice. That puck is now behind the U.S. net. Picked up there by Young. He will send it up the boards, trying to get it out, and they will not be able to. It's still in. Now Miller has it. He's going to kick it, and that does get out now. Kane will take it across the ice. He chips it down into the Canadian zone. This is the Kane, Miller, Steinica line coming in here again, trying to make a play. Kane grabs that puck. He was sitting right next to the net, but they hadn't made the whistle yet. Now they've got it. So that puck is over on goalie right on the Canadian side. Steinica and Miller are there. And on the puck, a missed pass there. That puck comes back out all the way down into the U.S. zone. Changes will happen, and Meade Colgrove will cover the puck down here. And we'll have a face-off here in the U.S. zone. 4:37 to go, third period. Score is 7-1 Canada. We thank everyone for joining today and hope you're enjoying the broadcast.
The referees are debating where this face-off should be, and I understand why. This is one of these interesting ones because a shot from Canada, it should be outside. However, it was Andrew Meade Colgrove who decided to jump on and freeze, and they've decided face-off in U.S. end. I think that's probably the right call here as the puck is going to get dropped and underway.
Now that puck is kicked over and immediately a pass whistle for Canada, so danger for the U.S. right away. Brown pushes that puck. Oh, and a good stick there by Blake. Keeps that puck in the zone. Great play by him at the blue line. Now Juha has it. He's been dangerous all day. Kitterman hassling him. Juha skates around, circling, looking for a shot. That goes just wide of the net. He was digging for another shot right there, and it went just wide. Callion now for the U.S. has it behind the net. He pushes it along the boards. He's fighting with Richard. Richard and Callion. Kitterman joins that fray now. Now so does Morgan. A lot of bodies along the net there. That puck is still loose. Somebody's going to pick it up. That's Callion. And now we've got another whistle.
Yeah, the puck played with a high stick, so the face-off's going to come outside. Another adaptation in blind hockey is that we try to keep our sticks low to avoid potential injuries with players who are blind or partially sighted, and as such, we don't use the shoulders and we don't use the 4-foot crossbar. We use the hips and the 3-foot crossbar. So Jason Juha with a skilled play to knock that out of the air, but just a little too high, bringing the puck out of the zone as we get the puck drop back into play.
Back in play now. That puck is now in the Canada zone. Millers has it for the U.S. He's on goalie left. Miller goes down. Ooh, big hit into the wall. Let's hope he's okay. He's back up, and there's going to be a whistle, and that's going to be a penalty, I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's Dustin Butterfield getting the trip. He's going to get the gate. That's a Team Canada rookie that's found his way onto a score sheet. You know, you always try to find your way onto the score sheet when you're having your first game, and Dustin's managed to do that, where he's going to go to the box and serve 2 minutes or less. As Team USA will see if they can get on the board again. It was a power play goal early in the first period to give the U.S. a 1-0 lead off the stick of Captain Tim Kane from the point. He's lining up at the point where he scored that goal. We're going to see if they can do it again with 3:45 left to play.
Face-off now goes to the U.S., but now Canada has their stick on the puck. Kane keeps it in. That puck is now with Miller. Miller's going to circle around behind the net. He goes to Brown in front of the net. He gets the whistle. Brown just couldn't get his stick on it to get that in. Second time today that Brown has almost had a tap-in goal on the right side of the net. That puck is now over to Callion. Callion's got it. He keeps it in for the U.S., and another whistle. The net's off again on that side, so we'll have a quick stoppage in play kind of a rough stoppage there for the U.S. They had some momentum going there, and then the net comes off. But such is hockey. 1:36 to go on the penalty. 3:21 to go on the period. 7-1 Canada. Third period of Game 1 of this series. We are back underway. That puck is behind the net. That's with Miller. Miller's looking for a teammate. Fancy skate work there. Still looking for a teammate. Now Miller sends that puck back across the center, but nobody home. 3 yellow sweaters, and Kevin Brown wasn't able to make contact with them, and that puck will now be kicked all the way down into the U.S. zone. Picked up here by Callion. No icing because Tim Kane touched it on the way. Callion will now push that puck out. Back to center ice. U.S. looking for another rush on this power play. 1:06 to go on the power play. 2:48 to go in the period. That puck is now sent alongside into the Canada zone. Goalie left. A couple of players go down by the boards. And another penalty, it looks like. I see a Canadian player down over there.
Oh, yeah, let's hope it's not serious. We have a couple players down, but I do think we're probably going to have the trainer come out just to take a look. At the moment, it's assistant coach Joe McCallion making the walk to check on the injured player, but he's getting back up. I believe I see number 37, which would be Julien Blais-Savoie, so just a little shaken up. While we have a break in play here, figure we'll tease the rest of the 2022-2023 North American blind hockey season. So in just about 1 month's time, we're going to be in Calgary, Alberta from November 18th to 20th for the 2022 Western Regional Blind Hockey Tournament. Registration's filling up fast as we expect to have a 4-team tournament with players from around the world. Then I want to say, save the date for January 20th to 22nd for a special blind hockey tournament in Toronto, Ontario. That's going to be an elite blind hockey showcase that we're going to have further details and a major announcement sometime in the next few weeks. And then, of course, the Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament will take place the last weekend of March, as always, from March 24th to 26th at the Mattamy Athletic Centre in Toronto, Ontario. Ian and I were just chatting, and we think that we are easily going to surpass the 142-player record that we saw at the 2019 Nationals, with already having about a dozen players from Finland planning on attending, probably twice that in terms of American players, if not 3 times that, and of course players from coast to coast across Canada. And then finally the very next weekend at the USA Hockey Disabled Festival, taking place from March 30th to April 2nd in St. Louis. So lots more major events, all of which will be broadcast to our many blind hockey fans across North America and around the world. And to the 184 of you watching and the other couple hundred fans here in the stands, thanks for cheering on our para-athletes as they showcase the best in blind ice hockey. And actually, the conclusion of that is there's going to be a 5-on-3 advantage for Team USA. Team Canada's got 2 men in the box. Dustin Butterfield still with 54 seconds remaining on his penalty. And the Canadian player who was shaken up, Julien Blais-Savoie, getting the gate for another 2 minutes for whatever led to that collision. So U.S. with a golden opportunity to try to get another one on the board as the puck's going to be dropped deep in the Canadian zone.
That face-off now goes to Canada. They got the 5-on-3. They're going to try to get this puck out as quickly as they can. Looks like they're going to. They will. That puck is out. And now Kane collects it at center ice. He'll circle around into the U.S. zone, sends it up to Miller. Miller will now look to get it down into it. That puck is cleared all the way down, rings around back behind the U.S. net. Fantastic clear there by Canada. Oh, big hit there by Richard. He looked to try to get down into the U.S. zone. It's going to be a 3-on-2 here, and he looked backward, and that pass was not there. So now that puck is down into the U.S. zone. Canada still trying to get pressure here, even down 5-on-3. That's Richard. He's now in the U.S. zone. 2 minutes to go in the game. Another whistle. Another penalty. Let's see who this is on.
Body language
suggests Tim Kane. Tim Kaine is not going to come out of this game a happy camper, that's for sure.
No, Tim Kaine with the little stick toss into the penalty box and utter frustration, and you can't blame him. I mean, he's been all over the ice tonight, with this young U.S. team as the veteran presence, and finding himself in the penalty box again, well, on a 5-on-3, he's not going to be happy about that. But play will resume with 4 U.S. players, 3 Canadian players with the puck in the Canada zone. Pass is good. Simon Richard coming in with a huge block by Drew Garza, and then Jason Yuha off the post.
Another big shot by Yuha there, and that one goes off the post. Now it's going to be picked up center ice. That's Steinicke. He's got Max Shearer with him. Cannot complete the pass, though. Canadians get in between it. We are now 4-on-4. The first Canadian penalty is expired. 1:26 to go in the game. 46 seconds to go on his second Canadian penalty, so they will have a little bit of power play time at the end of this game. Canada now has the puck in the U.S. zone, but only one player down here. Full change behind, so he's just going to waste some time. He's got no teammates with him just yet. Now he's got some teammate reinforcements coming in. That's Yuha. Yuha then will skate back out of the zone. Canada will have to tag up here. 1 minute to go in the game. 1 minute to go. Now Yuha brings it back in, and that's going to be offsides.
Wow, what a just absolute dominant penalty kill performance by Jason Yuha. I particularly liked it when he found himself behind the net with 2 defenders and decided to pass it to himself off the net and got away with it and killed another 30 seconds off the clock. So here we are with 55 seconds left in the game. Face-off's going to be just outside the Team USA zone. Canada 4 players, USA 4 players, 4-on-4 for the last minute of play. Here we go.
That puck is now down into the Canadian zone, but now back into the U.S. zone. That's Belding. He tries to send it up. He does. It goes down again into the Canadian zone. Alex Angus McKechnie picks it up for Canada. He's hassled there by Kitterman. Now he stops, starts back behind the net. Penalty is expired. Canada's at full strength. 36 seconds to go, and the U.S. will have to kill a power play for that whole 36 seconds. Now it's along the boards. The puck is still fought for at center ice. 3 or 4 skaters there get together. The puck squirts out and it sends down all the way back behind the Canadian net. 20 seconds to go in the game. They're going to pick it up down there. Canada will send it up along the boards. Picked up at center ice, but immediately taken away and sent back along. Picked up again by Canada at center ice. 6 seconds to go. That puck is now going to be kicked down into the U.S. zone. Picked up there behind the U.S. net, and that is going to finish the game. So final score here today, Canada 7, U.S. 1 for the first game of this International Blind Ice Hockey Series here in Fort Wayne.
Yeah, I mean, what a great game to get us started here. I think the 2-1 first period was really a treat. USA let this get away from them with a little bit of penalty trouble in the second, but pretty close third as well. So I'm really excited to see what the rest of this series has to bring. We're looking forward to being at the Coliseum tomorrow, a change of venues. We're going to the home of the ECHL Comets, and we're going to be playing a game at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So right back here on the Canadian Blind Hockey YouTube channel at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And then Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern back here at the Ice Center. Thank you so much to our loyal viewership for your support of blind hockey. And we look forward to bringing you the rest of this event. I'll hand it back to Ian to sign off.
Sounds good. Thanks, Matt. And once again, thanks everyone for joining. And this has been Ian Essling, the GM of the U.S. Blind Hockey Team, Matt Morrow, Executive Director of Canadian Blind Hockey, and also Thomas Quinn on the camera. So we appreciate everybody tuning in today and joining us for this broadcast of Game 1. We will be with you for Game 2 and look forward to everyone joining us there for another big game between these teams. Thanks a lot. Have a great evening.